Everyone, my name is Laurencio, and in this video I am going to talk about all Midnight Club games for the Sony PSP. I am going to speak about them in general, as the two are very similar in gameplay, and from the video caption you will know which game it is. So on the Sony PSP there are two Midnight Club games, and both are awesome. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition and Midnight Club LA Remix. The two games are the Need for Speed games we never got on the PSP. The PSP ports of Need for Speed came with many amazing things cut off. For example, the lack of free roam in most of them, or the customization options in some of them. But Midnight Club is here to save the day. Not only that you get gigantic maps to roam free between races, but the tuning system is pretty deep too. First off, let's talk about the free roam. The maps are gigantic. In the first one, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, you get 3 cities to drive in: San Diego, Atlanta and Detroit. And in LA Remix, you get 2 big cities, LA and Tokyo. And they are not just boring cities, they are nicely made with ramps and special jumps to make and destroyable objects and hidden logos to collect. Also, the graphics make the maps look 10 times better. The reflections you see are eye-watering on a PSP, and the changes of lights make the cities feel alive. Even the very detailed cars are incredible. Overall, the game is filled with tons of nice touches and small details that make these games a masterpiece. From the small show-off the other racers make before starting a race to the infrastructure of the map, everything is filled with small details that make the game a masterpiece. Rockstar did a tremendous job again on this one too. Oh, and fun fact, the map of LA is not a scaled down version of Midnight Club LA for PS3 and Xbox, but it is the LA and Tokyo map from Midnight Club 2. Another eye-watering thing about the games are that the amount of vehicles you get is gigantic. You get around 60 licensed cars in each of them. You get to choose between classic muscle cars, exotics concepts, import tuners, luxury sedans, SUVs, and also you can buy choppers and sports bike too. So the game is even deeper than a Need for Speed game, at least at that time. Also, cars have special abilities. You won't use them very much, not like in Blur or in Mario Kart, but the abilities are less flashier. Except for the driving on 2 wheels. You can do that in Midnight Club and it's awesome. It doesn't help you get faster or race better, but it's a nice thing to flash and taunt your opponents. Or just be awesome on the streets. Anyway, each vehicle has abilities according to their class. For example, big heavy vehicles can cause some sort of pulse wave around them to push the traffic, or they can just ram into stuff. And speedier vehicles have the ability to slow down time to make sharp turns easier. During races, a killer thing Midnight Club does is that it just gives you some checkpoints on the minimap, and it's up to you to choose the quickest path to your goal. This lets people get more creative during races and amplifies the feeling of a street race. But it's true that on higher difficulty races, this can get to be frustrating as you have to constantly repeat a race till you get it right, since you don't know the right path, or want to cut a road and end up on a dead end, or you just crash into a wall. But there are also point-to-point races and time trials where you have to go where the arrows point. For example, in LA Remix, if you flash your headlights to a race car, you can race that one driver. A nice thing in LA Remix is that it gives you 3 types of races: the green ones that are easier to beat, the orange ones that are medium, and the red ones that are harder and tougher. Some of them get pretty frustrating as you have to retry the race countless of times before winning. But what will the race game be without good controls? The controls in both of them are tight and very responsive, so that you can take sharp turns in tight corners and other great things at high speed. And now, let's talk about the second best feature of the games. Aside from free roam, the customization options are huge. You can tune your car with performance parts, rims, tires, hoods, front and back bumpers, taillights, headlights. You can even paint your brakes. You can change the tint on the windows. You have vinyls of many different sorts. You can lower or heighten your vehicle, install hydraulics, you can widen your car, change the size of your tires, install nitros, and choose the color of the nitrous gas. And this is not all of it. There's more. This is just a small fraction of the customization options you get. So as you can see, the customization menu is huge. You'll be spending a lot of time in the garage, tuning up your vehicles and make them look great and be monsters under the hood. Also, it's pretty hard to be broke in this game, as races are always going on. And if you can't finish a race because it's too hard, you can always win some cash in easier races and return to the harder ones once you get a better vehicle. Worth mentioning is the music too, which is clear and very well picked. Also, the game had multiplayer, which had tons of modes and different race types, and you could even adhere to a faction. Unfortunately, the servers are down on both of the games. But still, you haven't missed the fun from it. You can play them in single player too, as both games, beside the quick race and career modes, have the arcade mode, where you can play races with power-ups like in Blur. That is just for fun. You won't see those power-ups in career, but they are a nice add-on of the normal races you race during the career. Also, a minor detail, but worth mentioning, is that each game has multiple weather scenarios. Both have clear weather, fog and rain. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition has only night and dusk. That's why in the video you only saw night levels in Midnight Club 3. But LA Remix has all of the above, meaning night, dusk and daytime. That's why in the video you saw that there are races occurring during the day, so it's more complete on the weather department. In conclusion, these were the two Midnight Club games for the Sony PSP. They are masterpieces, 10 out of 10 games. Anything you would want from a street racing game and more. Try them out, you'll love the games for sure.